Hi everyone, so I finally got my iPad Pro 2020 edition. I'm reading my script on it, so let me just put it aside. This thing is not easy to get in India. I mean, it was out of stock everywhere, so I ordered it online and it took them 1 month to deliver this. So in case you're interested how I got this, I will write that in the description box. Now let's talk about one of the best things I purchased in my life, and I'll try not to blush so that you would know that I'm in love with this iPad. I've seen this iPad in showroom, but when you unbox your own, the feeling is different. I don't usually do unboxing video, but I shared of my iPad. In case you're interested, go check that out. The design of this thing is clean. I mean, it's thin and lightweight for an 11-inch iPad, but it's very slippery and it can bend, so I definitely recommend a case. Screen on the other hand is a fingerprint magnet, so you need to clean it every day. I mean, it's not your mobile that you can rub on your t-shirt and you're done. So I always use fiber cloth and try to clean this 4 times a day at least. But as soon as you turn on the screen, I mean, you know why did you spend that money. The screen on this thing is amazing. The colors are really good. The viewing angles are great. Even though it is an LCD, but you're not going to miss AMOLED. You will notice the smoothness as soon as you unlock the device. The transition and animations are great. This thing has ProMotion display with 240 Hz touch sampling and combines that with the Apple chipset. This thing can fly. I mean, sure, Apple is using the same chipset as 2018 and they just upgraded the GPU, but that was the fastest mobile chipset and it still is. Apple did a whole WWDC 2020 Mac announcement on this chipset and it showed that it can run anything. It has 6 GB RAM and it can store a lot of things in the background. I'm yet to see a background app refresh, but even if it does, the opening speed is crazy fast. Throw anything at it. This thing never sweat, and after the iPad OS release, the multitasking on this thing has been a great experience and nothing come closer in the tablet department with this. Gaming experience on this iPad is on different level. I mean, I do play Call of Duty on my mobile, but every time I start or end the game, I can see the frame drop. But when you run the same game on iPad, I mean, it feels like you're running a video, not a game. iPad support 120Hz refresh rate, so you can play high refresh rate games as well. Netflix on this iPad support Dolby Vision, but it's limited to HD. And on Prime Video and YouTube, everything is limited to full HD. So this iPad does not support HDR, but you're not going to miss it. By the way, you get 1 year free subscription of Apple TV, so enjoy that as well. The iPad Pro has 4 speakers and the speakers are amazing. I mean, I feel these speakers are much better than Mac. The sound is really rich, the bass is amazing. Let me just show you an example. I mean, the sound is really great. The battery life is also great. No matter how heavy I use, I usually get 2 days out of this iPad easily. The charging speed is a little slow because it just comes with 18 watts fast charger. This iPad also supports Wi-Fi 6 and the Wi-Fi range is excellent as well. There's nothing much to talk about cameras, but for your information, this thing has 2 rear cameras, one 12 megapixel main camera and 10 megapixel ultra wide, and you have a LiDAR sensor on back. On front you have 7 megapixel camera, and which is very good because you're going to use it mostly for video conferencing, and you have Face ID on front. This is the first time I'm using a Face ID and it works great. It works in every orientation. The only thing I don't like when you have to download a new application, you have to press the power button twice, but other than that, for logging in, unlocking and for payment, Face ID works great. iPad has an inbuilt measure application and it is fun to play with it for 10 minutes, but you might use it once in a while. But not many applications support that LiDAR scanner, and in future if anything comes up, I will definitely update you guys. Up until now I was talking about why iPad Pro is one of the best media device out there, but now I'm going to talk about why this is one of the best tablet out there in the world. This iPad has trackpad support and you can connect any Bluetooth mouse or keyboard with it, and if you can purchase Magic Keyboard, you can turn this thing in a laptop alternative for many people. Multitasking is great on this device. I mean, you can run multiple applications at the same time. So you can run 2 applications side by side, but you can also run multiple applications over an application and you can switch between them. You can also use USB-C to HDMI cable to use it with the external monitor. I know it's not great because it's just showing what is on your iPad screen and you can see the sidebar on the screen. But hopefully Apple will fix it in the future. But this thing works. You can use it as your computer if you want. You can also use your iPad screen as an external screen for your Mac. So if you have a Mac, you can just connect your iPad screen to it. For 11 inch it might seem a little small, but if you have a 12.9 inch iPad, I mean, it works really great as a secondary screen. One of the main reasons to buy iPad Pro over any other iPad is the inclusion of USB-C. You can use that USB-C to attach an external drive, so you don't have to pay for extra storage. I wish they can bring this to iPhone as well, but I'm happy it's available on iPad Pro. If you are into movie editing, you can use iMovie, but there's an application called LumaFusion. I'm going to try it soon, and I've heard it's one of the best applications for video editing on iPad. Almost everyone is buying Apple Pencil with this iPad, but I haven't purchased it because I know I'm not going to use it. And I know with iPad OS you can get Scribble, but my writing is very poor for any machine to understand. Magic Keyboard is also available in India for 27,000 rupees, and I think it's really expensive, so I'm thinking about whether to go for it or not. But for 67,000 rupees, this is one of the best things I purchased in my life. I fell in love with it, and I love using this iPad over my Mac, and the phone screen feels really small for media consumption now. It is expensive, but if you can afford this thing and wondering whether you should go for it, don't think about it, just go for it. And when you will have it, you will understand that you needed it. I'll bring more iPad videos, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And I'm also targeting 1000 subscribers next month, so please subscribe to my channel as well. My name is Rohit. I'll see you in the next one. Till then.